repeat.
Were you, or were you not, on a gay cruise?
Now you're 120% dick fit.
Everybody that age, they're sperminator.
Yeah.
We don't care about anything else. We're walking hard on looking for a hole.
That's. I have to say you're right on that one. Oh my God.
A stiff breeze comes through the room and you return the favor.
Gonorrhea. No. Somewhere on the outside of this building, there is a hole where squirrels come in.
Better than a hole where dicks come in.
Yeah, better than that.
Going down the stairs to wash the laundry. What the hell? Shh. Pizza. Stop! Stop it now! I order you to stop! I'm still touching myself.
Yeah!
All young bitches want to do is pop pills, smoke weed, get drunk, lay around, suck dick, eat hot Cheetos, charge their phone, get a sew and weave, twerk, be bisexual, eat McDonald's, wash they pussy in the sink, lie, take selfies, and talk shit through Wi-Fi because they phone never on.
I think washing they pussy in the sink is my favorite part. The Vietnamese trade in dongs. Figuratively and literally, I'm sure.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
I did decide to look it up. 500,000 dongs is a good night for Pop's ex.
Like most women, he's an emotional thinker.
Good God.
I mean, that's part of the problem we're having now in our society is we have a bunch of emotional thinkers that want the world to, to fall in line with their emotions. That's not... look, reality doesn't give a shit about emotions.
It's my lived truth. Fuck your lived truth.
No, it's not. It's your perspective.
Kiss my ass.
Literally like, hey, Sergeant Pop, you got to turn your bear suit. I'm like, over my dead body. No. Just give me a statement of charges. Yeah. You're never getting this back. Yeah. You can suck it.
I'm going to wear this with my Russian coat.
you will bury me in this. Hey! Why you gotta fucking be like that, man?
Because I'm an asshole, and I learned from the best. I'm sitting across from him, and I'm pointing at you with all four fingers.
All right, first of all, the Russian jacket is World War II surplus.
I'll send you a picture of it, Sarge.
Yeah, okay. I
got you standing wearing it with holding two giant buckets like you just collected all the chum from behind the dump dumpster at the bar, and you're going to go home and make ice cream out of it.
What's up, savages? Welcome to another edition of Grunt Speak that actually is live from the Lair. And today we're going to be covering the lack of Epstein information. No, in fact, I think we're going to cover the history, what happened, all the way up to the point where he self-deleted, and then we're going to get into some educated guessing. My personal belief is this: There are items in the background that we know nothing about that are influencing this decision. Now, do I think it's right? No. Do I think it'll all work out in the end? No. Mainly because at some point, the truth will always come out. I really don't care, how deep you think you could throw the information into a hole or tell lies to obfuscate it to the point where you can't recognize it. But at some point, the truth is coming out. Now, hopefully that'll be a lot sooner than later. I myself don't want to sit around until I'm 130 years old for these files to finally drop, kind of like the JFK files, where certain alphabet agencies had, I don't know, half of a century to sanitize. Not a fan.
Are you talking about haircuts?
Yes, I'm talking about haircuts.
Okay.
But here's the big thing. This is going to be the political JFK haircut for our sitting government in total. Because whatever faith we had in this whole thing getting corrected by the power that's in charge now, obviously that is not going to happen. So this might require a circle back to this subject. And this is the kind of stuff that causes freedom seeds to get released into the wild.
Yes.
A two-tier justice system, a government that basically tells you, do as I say, not as I do. It's not good. In fact, when you look back at history, before the governments went off the rails, a majority of their decisions were just that. Do as I say, not as I do. That's not going to fly. All right, we got Battle Dwarf on station. And
hiding in the background.
This crazy.
Pop, you're looking a little damp tonight. We're having a bit of a heat wave here.
Yeah.
Pop just looks wrinkled. You look unironed.
Well, yes, I am. I have about 12, 15 of these red Lululemon shirts.
Right.
And I've gone through like 4 of them, since last Thursday or Friday, I believe. So this one is...
Did you just say Lululemon?
I buy them on eBay. Yes.
I'm wondering if we need to award you a homo suspicion point.
It's already been done. Sorry.
It's already been done? Okay.
Yeah, I've already worked it out.
You don't have the leggings either, do you? You don't have the leggings.
No. I just like the shirts.
Because I am not, if I ever have to see you in spandex Lululemon pants, it's fucking game on, man.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
The only way you would catch me in a pair of those, if I decided to go back and fight in the ring in full contact rules, because you had to have basically long pants in the ring. You can't, at least the old rules that I'm familiar with. I don't know about today. But back then, you had to wear workout.
That was what was that for?
Full contact kickboxing.
Full contact kickboxing,
which is 8 kicks or less, all above the waist per round.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's how that went.
Wow. I'm stuck on the Lululemon moment.
Yeah, I know.
Let's get away from that right away and go with this. The whole Trump campaign was run on promises of transparency, promises of getting things done, and he has delivered on some. The border thing is a whole different rabbit hole. I'm not going to go down there right now, but I'm not going to lie and say I don't like the way he's handling it. I don't care. You're here in the country illegally. Screw you.
That's right.
You haven't had due process. You avoided due process. You deliberately avoided due process. Now you've committed a crime. If they have a warrant to pick you up, you're gone. Bye.
Yep.
Sorry. Meanwhile, on a tiny little island in the Caribbean, there's this guy who's got this creepy looking temple and a whole track record of doing all kinds of shady things. We'll get into that in a moment, because Trump's initial run for the 2024 campaign was based in large part on dealing with this Epstein files thing.
Yes.
Everybody knew that this was bad. Everybody knew that Epstein was a bad operator, a bad individual. I personally believe he was reporting to foreign intelligence agencies. There's no reason for somebody in his position to do things to the level that he was doing them. If he was just what?
There's no way that he operated on that island without anyone from any of the alphabet agencies across the planet not knowing about it.
Yes.
That is a huge information cow, blackmail, honeypot. I mean, I'm trying to think. Didn't he manage like hundreds of millions of dollars as well?
Yes, he also managed. We're going to get into that in a minute too. But let me get back to Pam Bondi's initial release, where I hit the wrong button. I'm going to hit that button there. Where's Jimmy Bones? Attorney General Pamela Bondi releases first phase of declassified Epstein files. These are the famous folders that everybody walked out with. Remember that scene? Everybody came out of the Justice Department building with these white folders going, hey, look, we have the Epstein files. This Department of Justice is following through on President Trump's commitment to transparency and lifting the veil on the disgusting actions of Epstein and his co-conspirators. The first phase of files released today sheds light on Epstein's extensive network and begins to provide the public with long overdue accountability. The FBI is entering a new era, one that will be defined by integrity, accountability, and the unwavering pursuit of justice, said FBI Director Kash Patel. There will be no cover-ups, no missing documents. Wait, there will be no cover-ups, no missing documents, and no stone left unturned. And anyone from the prior or current bureau who undermines this will be swiftly pursued. If there are gaps, we will find them. If records have been hidden, we will uncover them. And we will bring everything we find to the DOJ to be fully assessed and transparently disseminated to the American people. As it should be. The oath we take to the Constitution under my leadership, I promise it will be upheld without compromise. Links to release documents are below. Evidence list, flight log, U.S. versus Maxwell, flight log, U.S. versus Maxwell, parts 1 through 6, contact book redacted, masseuse book redacted. Why are those redacted? That's all interesting and everything. But see, there's this little problem with that statement that they made there. What did she say? No stone would be unturned, no document left hidden, right? Yeah. And then this happened.
I can't hear
the GOP. This is from just now. I don't have it turned up yet.
Okay.
Let me back it up here. Here we go.
On this vote, the yeas are 211, the nays are 210. The previous question is ordered. The question is on adoption of the resolution. Those in favor say aye. Those opposed say no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it.
Did you catch what's going on here? That's the GOP unanimously voting 211 votes to block the release of the Epstein files.
Yep.
After Pam Bondi's statement that they were going to release them all. This is obviously problematic.
Okay. Now, if this is coming from higher than Bondi herself, if she had any integrity, she would just resign and go, look, I can't work like this. I'm out. And just walk away.
I am inclined to agree with you. I'm inclined to agree with you, but I had some firsthand experience back in 2020 that I'm not going to go into tremendous detail on, but I was part of a security detail that you were part of it as well. That we got to see some of the inner workings of some of that stuff. The unelected bureaucracy around those offices, particularly the White House, particularly Congress, that unelected bureaucracy that never goes anywhere. They can't be fired. They're not elected. They control everything.
They can be fired as per the Supreme Court. Now.
Nobody's firing them, though.
I know. They need to get fired.
Yeah. At any rate, there are also strings above Pam Bondi, and we know that there are strings above the office of the president at this point as well. that's a whole other rabbit hole that we don't want to go into right at this exact moment in time. But one of the things that we do know is between Pam Bondi's press release on the DOJ site and what the GOP just did. Now here's the New York Times today. What to know about the Epstein files, a perfect recipe for conspiracy theories. Here's what to know about the disturbing facts and unsubstantiated suspicions that make Jeffrey Epstein a registered sex offender, politically potent obsession. Now, why would the New York Times write something like this? Well, traditionally, when the left is panicking, they write things like this. There's nothing to see here. Move along. You're all crazy. It's a right-wing conspiracy theory. The assertion by Elon last month that Trump was named in the FBI files concerning the disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein. Disgraced financier. The guy's a pedophile.
Yeah.
Signaled a loud public crack in the president's support system. That crack has become a chasm in recent days after the administration suddenly reversed course on its long-standing promises to reveal previously unknown details of the investigation into Mr. Epstein. We just saw that firsthand. We have Pam Bondi's release from February, and then what Congress just did minutes ago. The remaining files, the administration officials suggested, included a client list that many involved in the case they insist never existed. Look, you don't need a piece of paper that lists names neatly ordered in numerical sequence or what have you. You don't need that. They have flight lists. They've got records. They've got the masseuse records. You saw those right there.
Stand by. All right. They also have all of the video evidence. Because listen, that dude's entire building was wired for sound and video.
Yeah. Oh, there's no way there aren't videos of that stuff.
Yeah. Listen, and that actually might have a lot to do with what's going on, because I imagine there's a lot of people who are up to some very not good things.
Are you implying less than savory things went on Epstein's Island?
Yes, I believe that there were some underage rear end collisions. They were basically
skirting up against the wall.
I know. They're participating in bumper cars without a license. Just saying.
Many of those cars were not of an appropriate era.
Correct.
As well.
They were not up to legal specifications yet.
Legal specifications. Oh, whew, lads.
I got a drink, man. This is just insane.
This is I can't believe this is going on. I can't believe they honestly think that we're just going to ignore this stuff.
Yeah, I know.
This doesn't make any sense to me. Let's bring up this one here. Republicans in the House voted to block the release of the Epstein files. What are they hiding? Trump's DOJ needs to release the truth of what they know about Epstein's abuse of children. Release the Epstein files. This is Ilhan Omar. Okay, this freak married her own brother to circumvent visa laws. We know this is true. But here I am going, yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, even the worst of people can say the truth from time to time. And in this particular case, that's what she's doing here. And hot on the heels of that, here's what she's talking about. The Republicans in the House committee just stopped an amendment that, if passed, would force Congress to vote on whether Trump administration should release the Epstein files. So that ruling, that vote that we saw, wasn't really the vote to force the issue. It was the vote on whether or not they were going to even discuss it. So it never even made it past that point.
Yeah, which is incredibly infuriating.
It is enormously infuriating.
Yeah. Now, listen. Okay. My buddy Pete and I talk about politics. And for years, he was saying there aren't two parties. There's only one party with two different wings.
No, he's 110% right.
Yes, he is absolutely correct on this one. And, oh, my Lord.
It's just crazy.
I'm at a loss here. I just I don't know what I got. Nothing, man.
I did a little digging, and I like to be neat and orderly and tidy. So I'm going to show you my neat and orderly and tidy outline that I made. And can you see that? Is that an appropriate size?
I can see it.
Okay. Early history and initial allegations pre-2005. In the 80s and 90s, this Epstein guy kind of comes out of nowhere. Really. I'm sure he has a background. I'm sure that he's got some sort of pedigree. These guys don't just magically appear. They're placed there more often than not.
Okay, stand by.
Standing by.
Now, do I think he was intentionally positioned there? No. Do I think he started down that road? And I mean, there had to be a way he was getting all these people to throw their money in with him for him to manage their accounts.
Now, hold on there, because you've got somebody who's worked alongside of the human assets.
Okay.
Sitting right here. We were coached on how this kind of stuff worked. What happened was this guy showed potential. This guy walked in the right rooms. This guy had the correct contacts. And he came from a pedigree where an intelligence agency somewhere thought correctly that they could control this guy, or at least recruit him and turn him into an asset. That's normally how it works. They're not grown in secret labs in the Yukon or in Siberia like you see in the movies.
No, listen.
What the humaniters do, and this is the CIA's job specifically. The Mossad is also very, very good at it. They watch these people at college, and then they slowly recruit them.
All right. So you're saying they put him in the position from the beginning?
No. I'm saying that somebody noticed him under the correct circumstances and then slowly groomed him into the position.
Okay. See,
that's okay.
This is my differentiation on that.
Uh-huh.
All right. He wanted the money. He wanted the power.
Yes.
He started down that path.
Yes.
And then once the alphabet agencies were like, hey, we got this guy. He's doing all these big power moves. Mm-hmm. Let's get him on our side. Now, let's just be honest. Mm-hmm. With underage bumper car collisions going on, normally that will take place for only so long before you get that annoying cloud of police.
Yes. Yes, that's correct. Mm-hmm.
And since there were people from all over the world participating in some of these parties.
Oh, wait until we get down the list here.
I know, I'm just saying that there would be police from various other countries getting involved as well.
Organizations like Interpol, which is never mentioned in here.
Yeah, Interpol. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're on, Epstein's Island, Interpol is legit.
Yes. I'm aware. What I'm trying to explain to you, my pointy end of the spear friend, is that this is a world I am intimately familiar with, because we were briefed extensively anytime we went to a foreign country on how to look for what we call bumps, which is when a foreign intelligence service or a fizz attempts to talk to you on the street or wherever you happen to be. They're looking for potential recruits. I got bumped twice during my time overseas.
So what you're saying is we're arguing over semantics.
We are.
See, we don't always get along here on the show.
To a degree, yeah.
So, all right, okay, I can agree to disagree on the argument of semantics.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm right anyway, so it doesn't matter. Fuck off. Okay. So in the 80s and 90s, this guy is a financier and builds connections with powerful individuals, including politicians, royalties, and celebrities. Okay, you don't walk in those circles without specific invitations. You don't. You don't get near all three of those groups, politicians, royalty, and celebrities, without specific vetting and invitations. I
agree with that. I agree.
Unless you are one seriously, deviously slick motherfucker, and I can't name one off the top of my head who's been able to pull that kind of access.
Well, the only way you would be able to get that kind of access if you were already famous.
Yes.
Like some of the high tier stars, royalty could probably make that happen.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. You need a special golden ticket to get to all three of those. Now, you can get near any one of those here and there.
But you have
And
to have all three to get to Willy Wonka land.
right. And you might bump into 2 out of 3 at a party.
All right.
But to build connections among all 3 of those groups, politicians, royalties, and celebrities like that, plus the finance people. A lot of those finance people, when I worked in corporate law in LA back in 2006 to 2008, a lot of those finance people, you never, ever, 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 ever hear their names. And they're behind shell companies and stuff. You'll go into a board meeting, and because I was just staff, I'm not an attorney. I've mentioned this before, and it would be a guy sitting there with his attorney, and then a couple of our attorneys, and they'd be like, "These are the attorneys here," and the guy sitting meaningfully next to those attorneys would never be announced because you don't need his name.
You just need his money.
That's right. You just need his money. His attorneys are there to speak for him. And occasionally they'd lean over and whisper in his ear, and he'd lean over and whisper in their ear. And I saw that several times, and it was just standard corporate thing. These guys with big, big, big money, they don't want anybody to know who they are. They're not interested in that. So the initial investigation with this guy, and I remember this, a Florida family reports Epstein in Palm Beach, Florida, says he's abusing a 14-year-old girl. He had been grooming local girls, and Ghislaine Maxwell was recruiting them, bringing them back and saying, "Oh, he just wants a massage." Oh, and then over time, it would proceed to get weirder and weirder and weirder. There's actually a documentary, I think, on Netflix about it, which is where I first tipped to the whole thing, because I don't.
So you're saying is a lot of these women who went to Epstein Island knew magic.
Beg pardon?
They knew magic. They could make all that money appear by just doing the hand motion.
Oh, some of them were prestidigitators. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, I know where you're going here.
I can't really, say it because the AI will get us. But you guys know what I'm talking about here, right?
Yeah.
All
we
right.
have to work a D&D reference in. big dark secret here. A lot of us are pretty much geeks. What are you going to do?
Underage bumper cars going
on. A lot of underage prestidigitation going on. So Epstein is charged with multiple counts of unlawful sex with minors, and the FBI opens a federal investigation.
So he was having too much saxophone with underage bumper cars. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, the underage prestidigitation was getting out of hand. So anyway, get this. Epstein signs, I've never heard of this. Epstein signs a controversial non-prosecution agreement with the U.S. Attorney's Office.
All right, stand by. You are not getting that kind of treatment from the DOJ unless
for molesting the children of prominent Palm Beach families.
The only way that happens is if you're an asset. That's it.
Yes.
I mean, there's only so much illegal shit you could do and get away with unless you're an asset. And I would dare to say that old Puff Daddy is probably in the similar boat.
It is possible. I don't know anything at all about his situation other than he had some parties in Miami that were, well, a little over the top, shall we say.
Okay, here's the difference. Yes, he was having these crazy parties in California and Miami.
Yeah.
And Epstein was having the exact same kind of parties in a island. I don't believe it's part of the United States. I could be wrong. I didn't check those facts, but you can get away with a lot more if you're on an island, I imagine.
Also, there's really only one way there, isn't there? Well, unless you've got one of those boats that can travel the oceans in that area, which is
you're talking like a bigger
exclusive
boat,
domain of the wealthy,
like
a larger boat. Yeah.
And who has yachts in the ocean?
Well, people with specific amounts of money.
High top communist people.
Yeah. 9-digit incomes.
Yes.
9 digits and above. Yeah. is typically what you're looking at there. It's 9 digits and above for a boat that is seaworthy to that extent. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You might get some guys in the 8-digit category, but it's going to be high 8 digits.
Uh-huh.
And theirs isn't going to be as nice as some of the other ones that are out there.
I believe most of them landed on the airstrip on said.
Well, that's where the flight logs come in. We got 7 of those according to the DOJ record. You know, and they're saying there's no lists.
Well,
You have the lists; they're on the site. It's the flight
and
logs.
I put this in the thumbnail when I put it out there to the world.
Okay.
All right. So we've got a guy who came basically from nowhere.
He had to come from the right place.
That's right. I'm trying to
We
figure out.
don't know what that is.
Yeah, if we could figure out where he came from, we might be able to spot the future Epsteins that are in, pre-development now. Because I imagine there's a pretty staunch pattern to that kind of behavior. Because one, you're going to have to be a sociopath, in my opinion.
I agree.
And you to do that kind of shit to another human being is going to require being a sociopath and or a psychopath.
Okay, so look at this here. I just did a chat GPT on him real quick. He was born in Brooklyn. His dad was a New York City Department of Parks and Rec, and his mother was a school aide. So he was from a working class family. He attended Lafayette High School in Brooklyn, which is no big deal.
It's mediocre.
It's average. At that time, it was 1953, so it was probably above average. Well, no, that's when he was born, but even so, it would have been above average back in the 60s, 70s. He transferred to New York University's Courant Institute of Mathematical Sciences, studying math and physics, but did not earn a degree. Somehow, he got a teaching degree in 1974. Now, watch this. He was then, listen. He was reportedly then hired by the headmaster, Donald Barr, father of future U.S. Attorney William Barr. While at Dalton, Epstein tutored the son of Alan Greenberg, then CEO of Bear Stearns. Okay. Now, see this little leap here from goes to a university, doesn't get a degree, but suddenly he's teaching and he is being introduced to influential people there. That's human activity. That's what human activity looks like right there. This is somebody.
You are fucking correct.
I know. I did it for a living.
What are the variables, though, that would allow
you don't make a jump? You don't make a jump like that without some sort of a boost. And in my experience, in my professional experience, the 6 years that I spent in the soft stuff, that is a bump. Somebody took him from
a drug,
right? Somebody took him from. He's got potential. The guy was not dumb. We know he was not dumb. Okay, this was a smart guy.
Yeah,
but somewhere in that college period, somebody recognized him as a viable asset and took him and pushed him in a correct direction, or introduced him to somebody, got him a handshake, and then proceeded from that point to cultivate
a handshake,
their asset. Look, I can actually give you an example. Okay. I was a SIGINT guy. We know that. I was signals, but I had been around the human game long enough because the task force that I was with had the human assets. I was at a bar playing darts one night, and this German starts talking to me, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this, that, and the other, and I'm going to go and I'm going to North Korea." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm from Bonn, Germany. I'm going to go to North Korea. They got factories there. We want to see if they can do some manufacturing for." Oh, well, that's really cool. I've never seen any of that before. Hey, if you can, will you just get me some pictures and stuff like that? So he comes back. We meet at that same bar. We're playing darts. He goes, "Oh, here, I have this for you." And I traded him a bunch of American issues of Bon Appetit magazine that I had.
Okay.
For this disc of photos. And then I walked into my fucking SEO's office, our site security officer's office, and dropped the disc in front of him. And he looks at me and he pops it in the sandbox, the computer that's not connected to anything.
Uh-huh.
And he starts looking and he goes, "Where the
No.
fuck
What
did
we
you
call
get?
that in the skiff is put it in the check and see if you fucked up box.
Is that the check and see? Yeah, it's called a
Yeah, we
sandbox.
put it in there. Is it secret? Top secret? Did you fuck
Yeah.
up?
He starts going through the photos. He's like, "How do you get this?" I'm like, "I flipped it German." It's like, "You what?" That's how easy it is to do that. If you are personable enough and you recognize an opportunity, you can do. And that's just something I casually did. That wasn't a sanctioned operation or any of that shit, which is why I'm free to talk about it.
All right.
And the SSO's like, "What just happened?" I'm like,
Well, listen.
I saw an opportunity here. Send this to whoever. I don't care. I don't know what happened to the photos.
Well,
But he was
when I
excited.
was doing the intel community stuff,
Mhm.
I spent a lot of time in and out of the skiffs at Sulfridge, at Tancom, in Southfield.
Mhm.
And when the site security guy shows up at your skiff, that is a big deal.
Yes.
I can't even imagine telling the site security guy flipping another asset.
Mhm.
If I would have done that, I would have had half the Pentagon up my ass. It would have been bad.
We were expected to take opportunities.
Okay.
That one was a raw opportunity. It presented itself without any ties. It presented itself without any foreign or imperial entanglements, as it were.
Okay.
And it happened in a bar over a beer in an era where cell phones and stuff were not ubiquitous yet. And he just came back and handed me a CD, and I handed him some Bon Appetit magazines, and then I handed the disc to the SSO.
Okay.
And the SSO was like, "Well, shit."
I can almost guarantee you, as soon as you did that, everyone and their mother was all over that guy.
Okay, that's fine. I never heard anything about it ever again, and I never questioned it. Because I knew that at that point, I didn't want to get wrapped up in it any further.
No, listen, you don't want any involvement in that world.
Well, what I walked away from that because we had huminters.
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
And I gave Sean a full report. I gave our SSO a full report with the disc. That's the part I'm leaving out. So
in Green Beanie Land,
yeah,
we as a group, not individually, but as a group, the Green Beanies a lot of times are approached to do shit like that. And I had a few of people I know work on the intel side for a little while, and they quit mainly because they realized they were 1,000% totally and completely expendable.
Yes.
To the point where if you were to disappear, they wouldn't even fucking look for you.
No.
I wouldn't do that.
We had kill times where if you were out of contact for X amount of hours, I won't go into specifics there because it's operational, but if you were out of contact for X amount of hours, people would begin to look for you. And then if you were out of contact for X more amount of hours, they would just erase everything that you had done. And then if you were found, that would be like a bonus prize.
Yeah.
But when that happened, I turned over the full report to Sean. I didn't just glibly throw a CD at him. There was a report and everything. Then it would have been handed off to the huminters, and the huminters would have handled it. But that wasn't my wheelhouse, so I just walked away because that's what we did. It was compartmentalized.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is the video evidence that they got from the island, right? That was technically done by law enforcement.
No, it was there. He had video cameras all over the place.
No, I'm saying law enforcement came in and took all the evidence.
I see. Let's go back to his youth, though. I want to finish my thought on this.
All right.
Okay. So that gap that we have there, right there, where did I put it? Oh, it's over here. He goes to school in 1974, gets a position teaching physics and mathematics at the elite Dalton School. That's an academy where wealthy people's families go.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
And he did that.
That's another bump.
And listen to this. He quickly rises through the ranks, becoming a limited partner at Bear Stearns when he impresses Alan Greenberg. Now, you should remember that name from the 80s. That guy was a heavy hitter. in the finance world. But then in 81, this is 1974 to 1981, that's 7 years. Now Epstein is founding his own financial consulting firm.
All right. Okay. Now, what that's telling me is he already started the extortion in some way, shape, or form.
He's feeding back to his handlers.
Correct.
At this point. He is either knowingly or unknowingly feeding back to his handlers at this point.
And his handlers are probably the ones approaching people and, hey, you might want to work with this guy.
That's why everything is a nice, easy glide to the top for this guy. That's what's going on. It's not like in the spy movies where people get killed left and right and everybody's like on edge. And no, they do want this stuff to be nice and easy, so that it's basically an ice cream buffet for them. They just walk in and pick the material that they want, take it and go.
So it's somewhat believable.
Yes. Yep. Exactly.
So do you think they slowed it down just enough to make it seem believable?
Yes. That whole thing from college to getting the job at the academy in 74 with no degree at all, to having his own firm after being recruited to work for Bear Stearns, which a lot of you don't remember Bear Stearns. It was a powerhouse investment firm.
In 08.
Yeah, they got destroyed in 08.
Yeah.
Powerhouse investment firm. And then all of a sudden he's got his own in 1981. This guy's young at this point. He's in his late 20s at this point.
Yeah, but he's
born in 53. This is 74.
Okay.
So he's 32.
If he was a prodigy.
Do that math real quick. 74 to 53. Yeah.
If he was a prodigy, you would know it in high school.
Yes.
All right. And none of his college grades or anything. No. Okay. Because a prodigy can advance this quickly.
Yes.
But those guys are exceedingly rare.
I've known one in my entire life. We had a kid in high school who at 15 was sent to Ohio State to study nuclear physics.
Yeah. They're on a whole other level, man.
Right. We couldn't understand a word he was saying. Andrew was like totally out there.
Yeah. And they literally, like, those guys are so smart, they flirt with insanity.
Yes.
Yes.
And they're usually socially very awkward because nobody can relate to them.
Yes.
Because they're basically at the age of 14, they're competition for somebody like Aristotle or Pythagoras.
Yeah, I got you.
You know?
But you're absolutely correct on the bumps, though. Now,
there's no way that this is
I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Where was it again? Let me pull that back up. Okay, this guy is born in 1953. He's teaching at Dalton School in 1974.
Wow.
That's 21, right?
That's pretty young.
And then in 1981, he opens his own firm. 21, 74, that's 53, that's 28.
No, 28.
28 years old, he's opening his own financial consulting firm.
Right, now, hang on.
That guy's handled.
Yeah. All right. And when you put it in that timeline, you're absolutely correct. That's the only way you can. That's the only way. Well, it's not the only way.
Now, wait a minute. Here's why. Unless he's a prodigy, here's why. Okay. In 1981, that financial world was still controlled by all the old dudes. They're not going to let a 28-year-old kid just walk in.
Yeah, you're right.
At 28 in the finance world, you were a kid. E.F. Hutton and Greenberg and all those other people were all in their 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
At 28, that time. And this guy's walking in.
Because I worked in that world. Okay. I started off as an investment banker right out of college because I knew a guy in the business. That's the only way I was able to get in. And there were
you got to have it in, don't you?
Yeah, there were stockbrokers they were bringing in off the street who were, 28, 29, 30 years old. And they didn't want young ones because they were too young and impressionable, and they made hormonal decisions.
Mm-hmm.
So the more the more you're talking, the more I'm believing the fact that he was handled.
Yes, he had handlers.
Yes.
Somebody put this guy there at 28 years old in 1981. A 28-year-old young man does not open his own investment firm in the face of Bear Stearns.
Well, first of all right, for you to open up your own investment firm,
Mm-hmm.
and
The capital.
This is from like 96 when I started working in Phoenix, 96, 97.
Mm-hmm.
You had to have an insane amount of working capital just to open the doors.
Yes.
All right. And then you had to have.
Where's that coming from?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, your own firm, you're going to need 30 to 50 million just to actually for enough buffer to maintain the license.
And salaries. Nobody's going to come work for you if that salary is questioned.
Yeah. But the thing is like people do all kinds of crazy trading, like options and
Sure.
shorts and stuff like
Mhm.
that. Or they'll actually let you trade on credit to an extent.
I don't know anything about that world.
I do.
That's beyond me. Yep.
But the thing is say you're trading on margin and you get hit with a margin call and you can't pay it. Well, the firm has to have enough money to cover your fuck up, so it doesn't reflect.
Give us the 30-second elevator speech on margin calls.
All right, margin call is this: I have $1,000 in my account and I want to trade it, and I see what to me looks like a good opportunity. That I will approach my firm and say, "Hey, I want to buy additional shares on margin above and beyond what I have in my account." Most of the time, they'll be like, "Okay, we'll let you do 50%." So I'll open up a margin account for $1,500, and I trade that. And then if I screw it up and I'm not making my numbers, then I will get a margin call, and they're like, "Hey, we want our money back." And
now you're liable.
Yeah, you're liable. But the firm still has to cover your position. Otherwise, the firm loses its license or it gets sanctioned harshly. So there is no fucking way a 28-year-old dude who didn't even graduate fucking college was able to, yeah, you're 100% right.
In the space of 7 years.
God. Man, he was handled like a 5-gallon bucket. Jesus, you're absolutely correct.
Yep. Now let's go back to his arrest record thing here. He signs a controversial non-prosecution agreement with the U.S. Attorney's Office. That's where we got into the whole handler thing. He pleads guilty to 2 state prostitution charges with a 14-year-old was one of them. 14-year-old, remember this. He pleads guilty to 2 state prostitution charges and serves 13 months in a private wing of a county jail with work release privileges. Why?
That is such bullshit. Oh my God.
This is an asset. This is an asset. Anybody in the human world who's listening right now, go back and listen to what we just talked through and tell me this is not an asset. Okay, the next thing here, the deal shields him from federal prosecution and grants immunity to potential co-conspirators, a highly criticized element of the agreement. My guess with that statement right there, potential co-conspirators, is one of the handlers came close to being seen. You very rarely ever see a single handler on an asset because it creates too much of a pattern.
They usually will swap them out every now and again, or
just like when did you go through the follow people course?
Yeah.
How many people does it take to follow somebody properly?
Effectively, a minimum of 6.
Yep. Minimum of 6, like 4 vehicles.
Yeah. And you have a certain time limit. You can be behind the asset, then you have to turn off. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
absolutely correct.
It's the same thing with handling somebody like this. So I think, I have no proof of this. I'm speculating, again, based on experience. The deal shields him from federal prosecution and grants immunity to potential co-conspirators. I think one or more of his assets came really close to being touched. And the federal government,
like
or
touched in a bumper car underage kind of way, or
not in that kind of way, in the no reach around kind of way. There will be no reach around for you today.
I hope
I'm
you guys
sorry.
love the show, because part of the entertaining part is talking around the algorithms.
Yeah, we have to talk around the YouTube algorithm so we don't get demonetized. Soap was almost dropped on that day.
Yeah.
Soap
First
was
of all,
almost dropped.
as a normal dude, you get hemmed up for banging a 14-year-old, you are done.
You're done.
You're
You're
doing
way
a
done.
minimum of 10 years.
Mhm.
Minimum.
Yeah. Especially in a prominent community
Oh, yeah.
like Palm Beach.
Yeah, you are going to get
This was in 2005. Palm Beach was still a pretty posh little neighborhood for the most part. Let's see. Renewed security and civil suits. Civil lawsuits against Epstein multiply. Survivors and whistleblowers start to pop up, say he's running a sex trafficking ring involving powerful elites.
What year was that?
That's 2011 to 2016. Now, in 2015, Virginia Joffrey, nay Roberts, alleges she was trafficked by Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell to powerful men, including Prince Andrew. She's the one who made public that there were high roller names in here.
All right.
And I'm floored that she
All right.
didn't have some sort of
Stand
an
by.
elevator accident.
All right. Remember when my beginning monologue went, or when we talked before the show started, I said there's going to be 2 or 3 or 4 things, threads that stick out that we're going to pick at.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're doing. Because listen, no one sanitizes anything 100% of the time.
No, there's no way to do that.
You will find 2, 3, 4 things out there that you could pick at and maybe answer your questions. That's exactly the process that Steve and I are doing right now.
Yeah. In the real intelligence world, that's the stuff we're taught to look for. The obvious things are obvious. You're not looking for that. You're looking for the little tiny fiddly shit. Like we know that the Kim family in North Korea had a predilection for a certain type of alcohol. And we were able to use that to monkey branch and find out some stuff. And I can't go any further with that, but it's just a good obvious example.
It's the same thing when I used to work in Lairs. You know, we look for specific assets, give away higher intent.
Yes.
Like for instance, if you come across a water purification truck, you know that the vicinity is supporting a minimum of a division level asset.
Yes.
So
exactly.
Like, and we're
same exact thing.
Everything is fucking war here on Redonkulous.
When we did the SIGINT for LURS, if we come across 4 platoons, well, we know that we're looking at a minimum of a regiment or a brigade, not a company.
Okay.
It's a regiment. That's a regiment or a brigade, because very rarely will a company field all of its platoons into a single area by themselves. That's rare for a company element to operate alone, which means a regimental or a brigade command somewhere in the area.
Okay. All right. I see that now.
Yep. Okay. Anyway, back to where we were. You know what? Why don't you get the brief out of the way while we're...
All right, everybody. This is what's going on. We here at Redonkulous.com have been demonetized beyond all rhyme and reason. This channel makes roughly 8 to 10% of what it used to do in its heyday before we got shadow banned into the next century. Now, we're doing this mainly to keep guys from taking the final solution to temporary problems. We're up to 562 lives saved from suicide using nothing more than logic, reason, and comedy. There are an insane amount of individuals, mainly men, who commit the final act every single year, and a good percentage of them are veterans. And I'm sick and tired of dealing with that horse shit. All right. Now, I believe we fixed the super chat options on the main channel as well as the second channel. Any money that you send in will help us keep this thing rolling so we can put more numbers on the board.
Yeah.
All right. So That's the first part of that speech. Now, in the near future, we're going to be putting together a feature on the website that when you come to the website, it's called the notification tab. Just leave your email address. It'll go into a file, and then instead of depending on YouTube to notify people, because they're not doing that, we're going to try to do it ourselves. So we can notify as many people that want to watch personally via email, either the day before or a couple days prior to each show.
Oh, when did that come up?
I'm talking to a guy, and so he's a former regiment guy.
Okay.
He does internet marketing and what have you. So I'm trying to get the information from him so I can put it into position.
Okay. Good. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. All right, let's carry on here. Let's get on with this. So you got these suits with Virginia Guffey. She's the one in 2015 that basically exposed the whole thing. And then in 2018, investigative reporting by Julie K. Brown of the Miami Herald exposed the full scope of Epstein's crimes and the secretive plea deal, reigniting public outrage. To refresh your memory, that's the 2005 Rapé case with the 14-year-old where he only got a couple of minor prostitution charges and a slap on the wrist. So in July 6th, they finally, whatever asset was controlling him, whatever human asset was controlling him, decided that they didn't need him anymore. He gets arrested at Teterboro Airport in New Jersey on federal sex trafficking charges involving minors in Florida and New York, which tells you what you really need to know.
Hang on.
He got dumped by his handlers. That's a dump.
All right. Well, another word you would use is burned.
Burned, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The whole show called Burn Notice. So
I'm a burn notice. I got burned over a piece of tail.
Yeah.
I'm an actual burn notice, and there's no hot girlfriend, there's no loft apartments in Miami, and there's no cool job.
No.
By the way.
You get screwed over hard.
You get completely screwed over. Your life is just torched.
Yes.
And you got to find a way to dig yourself out. Fortunately, when they did that to me, they didn't find a way to debrain me. So I had all of that training that I got to take with me. At any rate, let's see here. Arrest, indictment, and death. July to August 2019, prosecutors seized thousands of photos and videos of nude or partially nude young girls from Epstein's New York townhouse. Rumors spread about the existence of blackmail material, client lists, and surveillance recordings. Okay, here we are. They're saying in 2019 that they've got all of this stuff. They've got lists. They've got photos. I guarantee you those photos of the girls aren't just the girls every single time. I guarantee you there's some clients in there somewhere, because these people are narcissists.
Here's the thing. We've got somebody rotting in jail for the rest of their life already.
Yep.
For no victims.
Yep.
How the fuck is that even possible?
I'm getting there.
And people are dead now too. Because I believe some of the people on these witness lists have probably been deactivated by force.
Yeah, I wouldn't at all be surprised.
And all they got to do is, pick up the phone and call old Hillary, because that woman is like the queen of getting people suicided.
Yeah.
Strictly this is my opinion, of course. When you look at the numbers, statistically speaking, that's virtually impossible.
Supposedly, there are 53 known arkancides to date.
Yeah.
Supposedly, that's the alleged number. Is
I heard it was
53.
There's like 20 or 30 more suspected.
I wouldn't at all be shocked to find out that was true. Yeah. So anyway, the term Epstein list is not an official document, but loosely refers to flight logs, a black book, court filings, the Maxwell trial evidence during Ghislaine's Maxwell's trials 2021 to 2022. Some documents are sealed, but others, including witness testimony and partial lists, were released. Maxwell was convicted of sex trafficking minors for Epstein. Okay, there it is right there, 21 to 22. That's what Pop was talking about just a second ago. Ghislaine Maxwell was arrested for trafficking girls to Epstein at his island. So who are the clients?
Yes. I find that I find it hard to believe you have no victims and you have no clients.
Do you
but
find that
something's-
specious?
That is beyond suspicious.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
apparently,
that
old
is
Epstein was getting ass from his assets
right. Yes.
on his island of
So
ass.
shortly before Ghislaine Maxwell's trials, on August 10th of 2019, Epstein is suspiciously found dead in his jail cell at the Manhattan Correctional Center. The official ruling is suicide, but multiple irregularities, guards asleep, cameras malfunctioning, fuel conspiracy theories. Here's the thing: they actually showed footage of like people moving around outside of the cell, claiming it was guards and stuff like that. They did that just recently. So just in the last couple of years, AI has gotten pretty good.
Yeah.
And they've had 6 years to release those images and disprove that there was nobody outside of his, or that there was somebody outside of his cell when he was murdered. In other words, supporting their suicide theory. Now, just in the last year, all of a sudden, we get a video of somebody moving around outside of his cell. The same year that AI achieves the ability to doctor video like that. You see where I'm going here?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to.
It's
All right.
awfully suspicious.
No,
I'm not saying it's so. I'm not saying it's fact. I'm not saying it's 100% certified, but it's very, very suspicious. They had 6 years to release that video, and just now it gets released.
Well, there was a mob guy who ran up the river in the late 80s through the 90s. I think his last name is Fabrizi. He was involved in a big gas tax scam for the mob in New York.
Yeah, okay.
And he commented on one of his shows. I watched it 3 or 4 weeks back. And he's like, there's no way I'm believing that Epstein committed suicide in that cell, because at some point I was in that cell. And there's no fucking way. Guards would be asleep, cameras would be turned off, and just coincidentally.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not buying
And
it.
the blankets are deliberately made of a fiber that will tear before you can hang yourself with it. It's a security feature.
Yeah.
It's a high-risk cell. They put people who are at risk of suicide in those cells.
So it's pretty, would you say that's a bad track record if you put somebody in a cell designed not to commit self-deletion and they still self-delete?
Still self-delete somehow. Yeah.
Yes.
The big tell to me is him being all of a sudden picked off at the airport. My guess is he got sloppy and proud. Like I said, in every case, these sex molesters are, to some degree, they're narcissists. They're full of themselves. They have this private mythology that they're doing what they should be doing.
You're saying the saxophone molasses ours?
Yeah.
They're narcissist and they get greedy and then they get too proud and arrogant. Yes.
Yes. And they often believe their own stink.
Well, the minute you think you're untouchable is when people can put their hands on you.
Precisely so.
Yeah.
Precisely so. And I think he expended his shelf life and they went, okay, here, just pick him up over here.
Or, well, there's all kinds of theories. Like one, he had too much evidence on one certain individual. That'll get you.
That falls into the narcissist category.
You could be, for a certain amount of time, not coming up with good intel anymore, so you're not worth the expense and frustration.
I don't think that's the case, and I'm about to show you why.
No, these are just
theories. That's fine. No, yeah. I haven't shown you why yet, so your theory is valid at this point.
Okay. I'm just trying to think. Or maybe they thought there was going to be a different person in charge at the top, and because they wanted to save the careers of alphabet agencies that were handling him, they purposely burned him so they can have plausible deniability.
That is a possibility. That is a possibility.
That is my spitballing.
Okay. So let me continue on with this over here thing. We know about the list. They claim there is no list, but then they give you the list and they tell you what the list is, but then they tell you there isn't a list. You get the point. They're obfuscating. They're clearly trying to cover this up.
Well, here's the thing. All right. And this is me spitballing.
Uh-huh.
But there are people that hate Trump so much.
Yes.
That they will purposely release all of this information in the next 90 days. This is just my prediction.
Yes.
And
I agree with you.
Blow up.
To another point, I've heard a lot of people say they think Trump is on this list somewhere. I guarantee you that the enemies of Trump in the United States government, which by now is mostly a Bolshevik organization, we don't have a federal government. We haven't had some time. We have a foreign enemy parasitic government.
Just call them American gangsters.
They're not American, though. That's the whole point. That's the reason you really can't try them for treason either, because they are loyal to their cause. That cause is just not America, and hasn't been for some time. I'm working on a little surprise right now. Actually,
why is that?
I'm working on a little surprise that deals with exactly that right there. Oh, okay. And by the way, Mindy Robinson, I hope you're out there listening, because yeah. You know, we'll talk about that part. But anyway, let's see, where were we here? Timeline with court unsealed names. January 3 to 4, 2024, wave of court documents unsealed. 950 pages of previously redacted materials for Virginia Guffey's defamation suit against Ghislaine Maxwell were released. Names disclosed include Prince Andrew, Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, Michael Jackson, David Copperfield, Alan Dershowitz, Jean-Luc Brunel, Les Wexner, Glenn Dubin, Bill Richardson, Marvin Minsky, George Mitchell, Tom Pritzker, Joanna Soberg, Annie Farmer, amongst others, a total of 180 other names. What do you mean there's no list? That's a list. David
Copperfield, the magician?
That's the one.
I wonder how much baloney he was making disappear in there, huh?
Hey! I see what you did there.
Yeah.
But here they are saying,
yeah.
For fuck's sake. They're saying, you little prestidigitation going on there.
Again, we're picking at the threads. They just gave us a list.
That's a list.
And they're telling us no list. Get the fuck out of here.
Wait a minute. It gets better. Further, not on this list that does not exist, are no notable archetypes in the names, like Prince Andrew, Alan Dershowitz, Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, Jean-Luc Brunel, Les Wexner, Glenn Dubin, Bill Richardson, so on and so forth. These names are all there. I've got a list of reputable sources. We'll get to those tabs as we have time to do that. But I'm
just at a loss. This hasn't been already dumped on the dark web.
It has been. Oh, you mean the actual list?
I'm talking about all of the evidence at some
This is the list. They have the list. They're saying they've never released it. All you have to do is go through the legal documents. The list is there. You just have to put it together. That's what I did.
Okay.
I just went through the legal documents and started combing for shit.
It's open source.
Yeah, exactly. I used an AI and I said, here are the documents, pull names for me. And I got this.
Wow.
Okay. Prince Andrew, longtime friend of Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell's father was MI6, by the way. That's the British CIA. With regular visits to his homes, including Palm Beach, London, New York, and Little St. James Island, which is Epstein Island. Court filings allege Virginia Guffey was trafficked to have sex with him multiple times between 2001 and 2002, and Joanna Soberg testified Andrew groped her at Epstein's Manhattan residence. He later settled a civil suit with Guffey in 2022, denying any wrongdoing. That's a prince of the British crown. Alan Dershowitz identified in allegations as a close friend of Epstein's. According to Virginia Goffrey's unsealed 2016 deposition, she was Jane Doe 3. She claims Epstein required her to have sex with Dershowitz on numerous occasions across Epstein's properties and planes. Dershowitz had vigorously denied all of these claims, and Joffrey later said she may have made a mistake in her identification. Somebody got to her. He played a key role negotiating Epstein's 2008 non-prosecution agreement. Alan Dershowitz is a powerful fucking attorney. A very powerful attorney. Ghislaine Maxwell, central facilitator in Epstein's trafficking network, she introduced Epstein to Prince Andrew in the late 1990s, organized travel and recruitment of victims, and was convicted in 2021 for her role in sex trafficking minors on behalf of Epstein. I want to make a point here right now that I don't think a lot of people have picked up on. I haven't heard anybody say it myself. Ghislaine Maxwell's father was MI6. Okay. He was British CIA. She had access to a prince. Or MI6 had access to a prince. Because the royal for their debauchery. Let me finish what I'm saying real quick.
Okay.
This is speculation, but again, it fits the bill. I think Prince Andrew was an intelligence organization's asset. Okay. I think he was one of their sock puppets.
Well, I mean, he was probably in camera doing some crazy shit on the island.
Mm-hmm. And how do you control assets? There's a bunch of ways to control assets.
Well, one is blackmail.
Blackmail?
That's the top one right there.
Money is the top one. Money is the top one.
Oh. All right. Well, it is the top one.
Blackmail is next. Blackmail is next. Then ideology. And then the lovely French word ennui, which means they're bored. That is actually a way to control an asset because they get it into their head that they can be James Bond or they can be important or significant, and they become very malleable. That is one of the ways that assets are controlled by intelligence organizations.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
In Prince Andrew's case, I think he was a debauched pervert. Personal opinion. That's what I think. And I think they may have controlled him through that.
I was just thinking another way they control people is with the love.
Honey trap.
Yeah. Honeypot.
Yep.
Love. They don't love you. Woman loves you.
What, like Fang Fang?
Yeah.
I mean, the name is right there, man. The name's right there, Fang Fang. No.
He got away with that shit scot-free.
Yeah.
That is such bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which tells you that he's an asset, too.
Mm-hmm.
So Bill Clinton is next on the list, named in documents having flown to Epstein's jet. Court records do not allege that he engaged in sexual misconduct, and he has denied any wrongdoing. Blue dress cigar. Enough said. For fuck's sake, are you kidding me right now? Blue dress cigar. Donald Trump appears in flight and social context documents. Virginia Jeffrey noted she was trafficked from Mar-a-Lago for Epstein, and flight logs list Trump among the passengers. They don't connect the two specifically. Note that they don't do that. No sexual misconduct allegations have been made against Trump. What appears to have happened is Trump lent Epstein his jet at a point where nobody knew what Epstein was doing yet. It was shortly before the Palm Beach incident.
All right. What happened at the Palm Beach incident?
That's where the 14-year-old girl was trafficked.
Yeah. Okay.
That's where he got that sentence of no sentence at all. And then Michael Jackson and David Copperfield. That's an interesting one. Mentioned by Joanna Soberg as having been present at Epstein's Palm Beach home. No allegations of misconduct were made. Their associations appear social in nature. So he was just casually hanging out with Jackson and Copperfield. Yeah. Okay. I mean, you know what? Maybe. That's not implausible at any rate. Jean-Luc Brunet. I don't know this name. Jean-Luc Brunel, a French modeling agent accused of supplying. Oh,
here we go.
that would make a lot of sense because there
Is-
is in international modeling. It
So she's
turns out that's one of the ways that trafficking happens the most.
That's how you get your floor model bumper cars into the country.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So was this island?
Okay, that's who Jean-Luc Brunel is.
I'm just trying to think. Was this island part of the United States?
No.
Or was it international waters?
Bahamas.
Bahamas. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's Bahamas.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. That was over there. I have to kill this one over here. The problem with having to produce and present all at the same time is you have to be able to do all of those things all at the same time. And I am not a 17th level wizard like Blake.
No.
Blake has an incredible ability to do all of the things all at the same time. Now, I want to remind you guys that share screen or what was said when all this originally happened. Again, the Department of Justice is following through on President Trump's commitment to transparency and lifting the veil on the disgusting actions of Jeffrey Epstein and his co-conspirators, is what Pam Bondi said on the Office of Public Affairs for the United States Department of Justice. Now they have done a complete backpedal, and the Republicans themselves have done a complete backpedal. Look, this is my personal political stance. I won't worship a man in a suit. I do not do cult of personality. Fuck you. I'm not taking a side. I'm on the side of the American people. I'm on the side of the oath of service that I took. I'm on the side of the flag. And I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat. If you do the job correctly, I will support you. If you fail to do the job, or if you commit crimes like this, I would prefer to see you introduced to a tree by my friend Rope.
Fair enough.
I have extremely low tolerance for that shit. So again, with the whole Malist thing, this is from The Guardian. Jeffrey Epstein leaked. Jeffrey Epstein documents linking associates to sex offender unsealed. Explainer: who is Epstein and what are court documents all about? Read unsealed documents in full. The documents are out there. The links will be in the Meat Gazer box and on the site. Jimmy puts them up there pretty religiously. Don't
Also,
you know it?
all you guys, let us know in the comments if we're covering this a little differently than other news sites.
Mm-hmm.
Because we always try to keep it an original spin on everything. And I have been watching a lot of this Epstein stuff, and they don't really go into the detail like we are right now. Am I wrong?
They don't want to go into the details. They don't want to cover things like between 1974 and 1981, he suddenly had the wherewithal to start his own firm in an era where the old men still controlled all of that stuff ruthlessly.
And he did that in New York too, right?
Or he got a degree. Yeah, he in New York, which was the seat of all of that.
Yeah, that is not going to happen.
No. Or getting a job teaching at Dalton, which is a premier elite academy for youngsters. He's teaching physics with no degree.
Well, yeah, he has no degree. The only way that could possibly happen if you're a prodigy, that's it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah.
And there's no evidence that he was a prodigy per se.
No. Oh, I mean,
no. Again, they're claiming they're not going to release the list. The list is there. You just have to know how to assemble it. It's in the unsealed documents. That's where I got all of that information. Numerous court documents identifying, this is from last year, January of last year. Numerous court documents identifying associates of notorious sex offender Jeffrey Epstein were made public on Wednesday. Some of the high-profile names in the court documents include, once again, Prince Andrew, Bill Clinton, Michael Jackson, and David Copperfield. Notice they leave context out. That's the media for you today. They don't want to talk about context. These associates, just unsealed names, were contained in court documents filed as part of the Epstein accuser Virginia Giuffre's lawsuit against Ghislaine Maxwell. The documents include excerpts of depositions and motions. In this case, the British socialite was convicted in December 2021 of sex trafficking to nobody at all ever, and similar charges for procuring teen girls for disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein. I'm sure it was just him on that island, and nobody else who was on the flight logs was ever involved in any
bad wrongdoing
that there in any way. Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I don't get it.
They think they're putting one over on you because they think you're not paying attention, and in most cases, they are. Now, Al Jazeera ran pretty much an identical article right around the same time, and it looks like in these particular cases, Reuters and AP are the ones who provide all of this information. Two organizations provide the vast majority of the news for the world. It allows for very tight control.
Yep.
But what is on the Epstein list, included in the unsealed papers, so the name is about 150 Epstein associates. Okay, the initial number was 208, then it was 180, now it's 150 here. Okay, the initial tranche of nearly 950 Epstein court documents was released. Names linked to Jeffrey Epstein set to be made public. All you need to know: negligence and misconduct led to Epstein's jail suicide. J.P. Morgan ignored Epstein's nymphets, U.S. Virgin Island says. Let's try that. Sounds interesting. J.P. Morgan says U.S. Virgin Islands were also to blame for allowing Epstein's sexual abuse of young women and girls. The United States Virgin Islands has unveiled new accusations against J.P. Morgan Chase over the bank's ties to former client Jeffrey Epstein, including executives discussing how the disgraced late financier surrounded himself with nymphets. J.P. Morgan had countered. Oh, he was U.S. Virgin Islands.
Okay.
Was also to blame for allowing Epstein's sexual abuse of young women and teenage girls. We have to slur things to keep YouTube off our backs. Saying the territory used its powers to enable his crimes. The bank accused the territory of facilitating visas that allowed Epstein to bring victims and of looking the other way whenever Epstein arrived at local airports accompanied by young women and girls.
Yeah,
Both
that's
yeah.
100% true. There's
What's
no
100%
way.
true?
He probably paid off some people at the Virgin Islands. So
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But then where's he getting all of that money, and where did we get a button-pushing monkey from?
Yeah.
What's up? What's up? Ladies and gentlemen, the button-pushing monkey.
All right.
Has arrived.
So basically, you're bribing government officials at this point. U.S. Virgin Islands has their own governor, has their own court system, the whole 9 yards. So in order to do something like that, once again, you're talking about a significant amount of money being changed and the right people having to be involved, because now you're trafficking through international airspace, and that can be frowned upon unless, of course, you have the tacit approval of specific agencies.
Handlers.
So that was still going on. Its filings include many details about the New York-based bank's alleged conduct, including more than $250 million in payments to Epstein's associate Ghislaine Maxwell and hundreds of thousands of dollars paid to Epstein's victims. They also quoted a September 2012 email from a senior J.P. Morgan executive to Mary Erdos, now the bank's asset and wealth management chief, comparing another client's house with Epstein's. It reminded me of J.E.'s house, except it was more tasteful and fewer nymphets. The executive wrote, more like the Frick Museum. The art was fabulous.
Nymphets. I love that. That's hilarious.
Morgan, in contrast, wants the judge to declare that the U.S. Virgin Islands should not be able to seek monetary relief in the territory's claim the bank obstructed law enforcement be denied. The bank has already faulted the U.S. Virgin Islands for having a cozy relationship with Epstein, where top officials gave him tax breaks, waived saxophone offender monitoring requirements in exchange for cash, and there's handling going on here.
Yeah, it's totally handling. There's no way.
Yeah. The guy owned 2 private islands within the territory and allegedly bought the second to keep people from spying on his abuses on the first. So he had 2 islands. I was unaware of that.
So hang on. So he had one island of sin, but there was another island that was just too close.
Yeah.
Where people might actually be able to see what's going on. So then he just bought that second. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, get the hell out of here. He was a total asset. And now we know why it's not getting released.
Yeah. Yeah. I found a whole series of those documents or those articles from 2024, all released on the same day, all basically carrying the same story. You have to dig through and click through if you want to find other stuff on them. The Business Insider, for example, let's see if that tab will just share through StreamYard's being weird.
All right.
Just share this tab instead.
How
there
far
we
down
go.
the list are we? I want to make sure we have enough time to at least get to the end of that list.
That is the list of notables. There's a much longer list, as you can see here. More than 200 people have been named in the Jeffrey Epstein documents so far. Less than a dozen were accused of engaging in sexual behavior. Yeah, right. Okay. A judge recently unsealed a highly anticipated set of docs. This is again from January 2020. So far, over 200 names mentioned. Hey, excuse me, what the hell? In the file. And this is what I was talking about. The list exists. You just have to go through the actual court documents. They've been unsealed. Some of the names are redacted, yes. I suspect they're probably senators or high-ranking intelligence officials or things like that, because one of the problems with handlers that has turned up over the years is some of them eventually slide into that world themselves and become debauched. There have been at least 2 or 3 cases of Christians in Action agents in Panama, Colombia, and Mexico, all kind of sliding into the role.
Yep.
And going bad. And we had one that went south in Thailand. Managed to stay off of the radar, though, and I don't know whatever happened to that particular case.
They usually kill you. Just saying.
But I don't know of any kind of activity like that myself.
Listen, if you go off the reservation and you have that
I
kind
don't know of any activity like that myself.
all right, I'm just saying.
Okay.
You are going to have a collision with a freedom seed at terminal velocity. If you have that kind of information and you can do that kind of damage to an alphabet agency, they have no problem sending you back to the spawn point to start anew.
I have no knowledge of any such activity, nor
I get it.
Would I condone such activity had I knowledge of it. At least it's not the Trotsky special where they stick an ice pick in you in a bar in Mexico.
Yeah, that was exceedingly sad.
Yeah, it was. He got Trotsky got handled. That's an interesting story. We'll have to do the Trotsky story one night.
He got picked.
He did get picked. He got picked first. The one time we're getting picked first does not work out for you.
You don't want to get picked first, but not for that team.
You don't want to get picked first. Yeah. Interestingly, People magazine, late to the party, says Epstein files unsealed. Prince Andrew, thank you, Jimmy, accused of groping woman's breast, and more names and allegations. This is from January 6, 2025. A young woman who says she was a victim of the deceased convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein alleged in a 2016 deposition that Prince Andrew groped her at Epstein's home in New York 2001, according to court filings that were unsealed on Wednesday night. The large cache of documents stem from a 2015 lawsuit filed by Virginia Goffrey involving the disgraced financier who died by suicide while awaiting trial on federal conspiracy and sex trafficking charges against his accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell and other related cases. The documents included a deposition from Epstein accuser Joanna Soberg, who said that Prince Andrew placed his hand on her breast while posing for a group photo with Joffrey, Epstein, Maxwell, and a puppet bearing Andrew's likeness.
Well, in the grand,
that's not creepy at all.
hang on, in the grand scheme of things, grabbing a titty, not that big of a deal. I'm just saying.
Rich, drunk people at parties do stupid shit like that. I saw it working at a hotel as a busboy.
It's going to happen.
Yes.
It's the way it is.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Yeah. I saw more than one inappropriate grope at parties at a hotel when I was just a busboy, because nobody sees busboys. Andrew has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing. Buckingham Palace has had no comment when reached by People. They told us to go get on the couch, so Andrew and Virginia sat on the couch. So we're recalled during her deposition. They put the puppet on her lap, and then I sat on Andrew's lap, and I believe my own volition, they took the puppet's hands and put it on Virginia's breast, so Andrew put his on mine. That just sounds like drunk people being stupid in front of a camera. Yeah, that doesn't sound like an actual thing. When asked if Andrew's gesture was done in a joking manner, Soberg replied, "Yes, so what's the complaint about? Sorry, it's tacky and it's a little gross, but it doesn't it doesn't reach the doesn't reach the bar there."
I mean, we're fucked up. You know, it is what it is. But,
that's it, Anyway, a motion filed in the case for 2014 on behalf of an alleged victim was Epstein's identified only as Jane Doe 3, claimed that Jane Doe 3 was forced to have sexual relations with Prince Andrew when she was a minor in 3 separate geographical locations. Now we have a problem.
Yeah.
Joffrey. Joffrey identified herself. What?
That's how you get sued.
That's how you get
arrested and suicided.
Well, Joffrey herself has alleged that she was trafficked by Epstein and forced to have sex with Prince Andrew on 3 occasions when she was 17. In a 2022 statement issued following an out-of-court settlement with Joffrey, lawyers for Andrew said Prince Andrew intends to make a substantial donation to Ms. Joffrey's charity in support of victims' rights. Prince Andrew has never intended to malign Ms. Joffrey's character and accepts that she has suffered both as an established victim of abuse and a result of unfair public attacks. In other words, he did it.
Yeah.
That's a British royal's apology. We're going to donate significantly to your charity. We're terribly sorry for any inconvenience we may or may not have caused you. We wish you the very best, and we hope to not see you in the future. Thank you, and have a very nice day.
Or we'll get you deleted in a car under an overpass.
Yeah, but they don't say that. But yeah,
because that never happened.
That never happened either. The statement continued, "It's known that Jeffrey Epstein trafficked countless young girls over the years. Prince Andrew regrets his association with Epstein." In other words, he did it. And commends the bravery of Miss Joffrey and other survivors in standing up for themselves and others. He pledges to demonstrate his regret for the association with Epstein by supporting the fight against the evils of sex trafficking and by supporting its victims. Another person named in the documents was former Harvard law professor Alan Dershowitz. Dershowitz is a serious hitter. Okay, this guy's opinion on just about everything is supposedly one of the most respected opinions out there. That this guy was sleazing it up with Epstein. There's some creepy shit going on out there.
Yeah.
Well,
I want to know what that is.
Yeah. Well, that and the reason that Bill and Melinda Gates got divorced. Anyone?
Jimmy, are you alleging that perhaps
Bueller?
Are you alleging that perhaps Bill Gates was out there writing new operating systems?
I cannot confirm nor deny, but I am suspicious.
Oh, I'm rubbing off on Jimmy.
So you think he was exercising his trunk muscle?
He may have been. He may have been trying to inject code.
Yes. Went right to the warehouse. What are you gonna do?
Anyways, I know I missed out on most of the shenanigans going on here tonight, but I did see this earlier today, and I tweeted this. I said, I agree to those terms. U.S. Congressman Tim Burchett says that anyone found guilty in the Epstein files should be given extreme chiropractic publicly.
I said earlier that they should be introduced to a tree by my friend Rope.
I get you. Listen, I don't have any sympathy for
no.
Yeah. The PDF files. I have no sympathy for those people.
No, there are certain acts, and that is one of them.
Yes.
Where I not only have no sympathy for you, but you become something that needs to be disposed of.
And here's the thing. All right. So there was a couple mentions of a 17-year-old girl
and a 14-year-old girl.
All right, that's inexcusable. But do I want to see a dude get extreme chiropractic for screwing around with 17-year-old bumper cars? No. Should he go to prison or pay some kind of penalty? Yes. I mean, that's.
I think it very much depends on the circumstances. If you are an extremely powerful individual of, say, the British royal family, and you are using that to exploit it to obtain a buffet, a golden corral of Tang, if you will, then you probably do need to be introduced to the tree by my friend Rope.
All right.
There are limits. There are lines.
Yeah, you literally just made the book with the golden corral of Poon. That is hilarious. Because it was a huge buffet of Poon. That's exactly what was taking place.
Yes.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah. Yeah. With that, what we endeavored to do this evening is point out to you that the list is already there. You just have to assemble it. Okay, I've got it partially assembled for you. It's in the notes here. It's if you want a copy of these notes, I'd be happy to send it to you. Just let me know, email Pop, and I'll send it away. Happy to. But they claim that there's no list. That's bullshit. It's already there. You just have to assemble it.
Yes.
I've got most of it assembled here. I did not go through the entire thing, because that would have been exhaustive and taken several weeks. But this is enough to get you more than started. The list already exists.
My thing is this. At some point, some of those videos are going to get dropped onto the dark web.
I don't want to see them.
It's going to explode.
I don't want to see
them either, but I'm just telling you that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, who was that rep that wanted all evidence to be public on a public website? Was it like Rokana or something like that? I'm like, I know we don't need to see the evidence. We need to see the list.
Look, here's one of the reasons. Here's one of the several reasons that I do not want to see those videos. Okay, every one of those videos contains a young girl. Those videos being made public will destroy that girl's life forever. So you don't need to see that shit, because it will cost some young woman now her soul for the rest of her life. Okay? You don't need to see that shit. We already know it's out there. I'm touchy about that stuff.
I get you. All right, we're at Super Chat time, so let's take it away, Jimmy.
Before we get to Super Chats, I have an announcement to make. Blake texted me this morning saying, questioning why we were streaming to the backup channel when we should be using the backup channel as an archive or something.
Yeah.
Well, the main channel, Blake went and waved his wand of the level 17 big brain wizard. The main channel can now accept super chats.
Yay!
So from going forward from tonight, the backup channel, we will still stream to it, but it will be unlisted so that we have an archive of it. But so for everybody over there on the backup channel, come on over to the main channel. You can do the super chats over there. So that situation has been unfucked.
Resolved?
It has been resolved.
Unfucked?
It has been unfucked.
Excellent.
All right.
Excellent.
Before we get into too deep of a hole, giggity, it's super chat time.
Oh, don't care what you gotta say. Whatever it is, it's probably lame. If you want some advice and need some help, oh, how about you go F yourself? Oh, no, sir, oh, F yourself.
Go F yourself. I'm kind of digging that now.
Never gets old. But compared to the combined super chats over on both channels, it looks like we only got one, but it is a thank you very much from Kenj1090 for $50. Says, for the war chest, great show tonight, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thanks for your support.
I only drink about half that much.
Allegedly. I do want to make sure. Yep, looks like that is the only one on the U-boob side. So we're going to jump over to the sneaky fucker side, aka the Rumble side. And I need to check the numbers there first, because 491 with 127 likes.
Come on, gentlemen.
No, look what you did. Look what you made Jimmy do.
It takes 2 seconds. Hit that thumbs up button. I want to see at least 250 likes on the Rumble side from now on. 250. You guys can do that. And I may or may not get in touch with Billy Von Baum and tell him we might need some more punishment videos. Just saying. I have his contact. But first one here over on the Rumble side comes from MGTOW Mando. Good to see you there, good sir. He says, what do the truth and the alphabet community have in common?
Nothing.
They both come out eventually.
I thought they both didn't do dick.
Well, when they do come out, they do both do dick. So
no, hey, come on now.
Hey.
And
now,
Mando finishes it out. Says, Jimmy, we need to visit Bolsheviksville and check in on Dwarf and Nance.
In Bolsheviksville, where the sun shines bright, live Dwarf and Nance, what a charming sight. With Sandy the maid and Pop dropping by, and Hillary's antics that'll make you sigh. Oh, Dwarf and Nance, they've got it made, with laughter, love, and a living made. From morning toast to an evening dance, it's always a hoot with Dwarf and Nance.
That is pretty creepy.
Billy Von Baum is a genius.
Yeah, he is. He's really good.
He is an evil,
creepy
evil
genius, but he's a genius. Yeah.
He is an evil genius. And like I said, guys, over on Rumble, I want 250 likes from now on. Otherwise, you're going to get a Hillary. No questions asked. No warnings.
Hillary.
Quit. God damn it. Let's see. Moving on here, we got 68 Barracuda here says, hey, Battle Hobbit, did you see the Weinstein interview on Diary of a CEO? Very interesting discussion about Epstein and his relations with physicists.
Send me link, please. I did not see that. I would like to.
Send out a link. And he is asking for Sinatra Pop.
There's a man they call Pop, and he can't be stopped. When he sees a Pringles can, he always takes squat. He don't care if it's a big one or a little tater tot. If it looks like a Pringles can, then he's gonna take a shot. He don't put Pringles in the can, he puts poop. He puts poop and sends them out across the land to folks like me and you. Some say Pop is full of crap, but he don't give a hoot. If it looks like a Pringles can, he's gonna fill it full of poop. He's got a way of doing business, a funny kind of job. He sends Pringles can full of poop it'll deliver to your doorstep. And though you may not ask for it, you'll receive a surprise. Pop sent you a Pringles can full of poop. With a push he did plop.
That's so disturbing.
It is.
For those of you who don't know, by the way, Pop actually victimized somebody like that once. That's based on a true story.
Listen, that was a grudge from Ranger School. All right. It had to be done. I'm sorry. This is what it is.
A Ranger School grudge.
Dude, I almost got in so much trouble for that, too. Oh, my God.
It's classic.
You know that, and when
I
Pop
was
said,
standing in front of my commander over that shit. That's not a good thing when you're in.
That's a bad place to be.
Yeah.
That's
well,
a bad
that
place.
Pop, when Pop says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. So
Well, I'll try.
Yeah.
But like I report to his office, he's already got the Navy on the phone. And
He's got was it a Navy guy that you did that to?
yeah. So literally, as soon as I knock on the door, boom, 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 he's just like, and that means standing in the masking tape box in front of his desk at attention, because you're about to get lit up, man. I got lit up like a Roman candle. Unbelievable.
Still funny though. Still
I just
funny.
can't believe the dude knocked me out, man.
What a bundle of sticks. Anyways, we got Susan McCarthy here dropping $5. Says, I don't trust Trump entirely, but I think the evidence has been altered and partly eliminated and would be unreliable. They've had it for years, but lying about it is foolish.
Yeah,
I agree, but if you go through the documents, you can piece together things, and if they did lie, you'll be able to catch them on it.
Yep.
Yes. And you know what? He could have just said, I don't trust this evidence and still released it.
Yeah.
That way, we'll see what we could do with it after the fact, but
yeah,
you could have saved some face doing it that way as well.
Yeah. And the bigger slap in the face with a flaming pile of sandpaper was the GOP saying, oh no, we're going to vote against this. We don't need that shit.
Yeah. We showed that right at the beginning.
Yeah.
First we showed all that right at the beginning.
It's only a uniparty with two wings. It's not two different parties.
No.
Yeah. Two wings of the same bird, and I'm tired of that bird shitting all over my car.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We got Mando jumping back, says, anyone else suspect the reptile queen of England is on the client list? You know the one I'm talking about.
Yes. Who knows? Maybe she was the secret box licker. Who knows?
I don't know.
You never know.
There's things I don't want to know, though. There comes a point where somebody reaches a certain age where you don't want to know stuff like that, because then you've got to associate that in your mind.
Yes. I have a hard time with it.
Yeah, it's imagery that I'm not interested in retaining in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, that's some nightmare fuel. You're absolutely correct.
Exactly. It's nightmare fuel.
More to the nightmare fuel.
Mm-hmm. I have plenty of my own.
That's right. I don't need this additional nightmare fuel.
Jimmy's night terror demon has threatened to quit twice in the last week, from what I hear.
He about almost 3 times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had to have a sit down powwow. He's like, okay, bro, here's the deal. Okay, man, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let's see. Moving on here, we got William Crane. He's dropping $50 on us right now.
Whoa.
Right across our
Thank you.
face.
Thanks for your continued support.
And, I'm not going to agree or disagree with his comment because he's pretty spot on. He says, we are ruled by pedo politicians and CEOs on behalf of foreign powers. Trump is a Zionist, as was Biden, Obama, Clinton, Bush. Zionism is globalism with religious bent. And that is the uniparty.
Yep.
Oddly, I have a special that I'm putting together right now on my own channel, but we will drag it over to this channel too. On exactly that. You're going to be terrified of what the truth is there. I think this Epstein thing that I did here, it's nothing compared to what I've been working on for quite a while now. There's 4 years worth of digging that is going to be dumped in your lap.
Yep. As the old John Adams Pretty sure it was John Adams' quote. If the truth shall kill them, then let them die.
Yes. I concur.
Pretty sure that was John Adams.
It was one of those guys on the big document.
One of the guys. We got Susan McCarley jumping back, says, at this point, I prefer using the evidence as a directory of who needs to be quietly destroyed by other, largely legal means. Call me, not that. Call me Mrs. Machiavelli.
Okay.
Nice.
There you go. And Amanda jumping back says, Pop, would you be against the people from the list testing their Freedom Seed dispensers installed decockers? Self-tested, of course.
Well, I myself am not for that, so I'd have to say no. I would like to see them punished, but I don't want to see anyone like punch their own ticket. This is counterproductive. That's just me, though.
Yep. Let's see. We got Cave Toad. He's dropping a $50 on us, so he deserves that. Thank you, Cave Toad.
Thanks for getting me some beers. Delicious.
Thank you very much, man.
And he says, I'm going to butcher this pronunciation because I am not a cunning linguist. Kellergy, Committee of 300 et al. It goes back much further. Get good with God and Jesus and ask for forgiveness and pray, friends. Pick a random Gendai video, please. Well, we don't have any random Gendai videos here. So how about, AOC chasing Pop with a big blue dick.
All right.
There you go. We got Wyoming Buck 1963 coming in with $10. Says 554 here. 2 off the magic number. Good to see you there, good sir. But he says our new party needs to join the American Party. DC and the political class is a giant cesspool. Fire every single one of them. Pop needs to dance on the gay cruise for that Luminlon shirt.
God damn it.
I note that there is not a single night where that song does not get requested.
It's every time.
Every time.
Speaking of which, how many times have you said Bolshevik tonight there, Dwarf?
Bolshevik?
There, I said it. Bolsheviks. Bolsheviks. Now drink.
I'm going to be right back. I got to get a beer. I just finished mine.
I was going to say, I just finished mine, so I had to go get a fresh one.
I heard you crack. I just opened one myself, so.
There you go. Let's see. We got International House of Whoop Ass coming in. It says, look at Pop with that Lululemon shirt on. All I can think of is hands, touching hands, reaching out, touching me.
I also want to thank
you, sweet Caroline.
Ba, ba, ba.
I want to thank the sick bastard.
Yeah.
Who sent this.
Oh God.
Thank you. You bastard.
Pop, you gotta hang that up in the background. You gotta hang that up in the background.
I will.
Whoever sent you that, you get one of these.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
That's beautiful.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Hard time from watching that.
Everybody gets fucked with.
Oh my God.
Everybody. Let's see. We had GR45 Devereaux give 5 gifted subscriptions. Thank you, good sir.
Thank you.
And we got N2 Gas here says, Dwarf, the last time I was at Tetraboro Airport to install internet service, Teterboro. Yep, sorry, there you go. Teterboro to install internet service. The client was very much Russian mafia guy. Guys were scary as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Probably Ukrainian mob. Honestly.
Probably. Let's see. We got Fly Guy 2469. Holy fucking smurfing my balls. He's dropping $100.
Thank you.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Thank you
That's
very
awesome,
much,
man.
man.
Thank you.
His comment here says, God bless you. God bless you for saving lives and helping fix broken guys. Everything I've watched thus far is eye-opening. I appreciate it so much. Thanks for all you do.
Again, like, I don't know why this channel isn't way bigger. I mean, there are people or men committing self-deletion levels at a record pace. We're covering current events, with a grunt perspective, and we're not afraid to talk about shit.
2 reasons, Pop. 1, we're effective. 2, we use language that hurts feelings.
Yeah, you're right.
Where?
Oh, this is not a super chat, but Wyoming Buck says he's going to be wearing his redonkulous hat to Sturgis and give out some business cards.
Thank you so much. That'd be great.
Nice. Hell yeah. Thank you. You're gonna have to get in touch with me there, Wyoming Buck, and maybe we'll go out for a beer one of these days.
All right.
Let's see. Mando coming back says, I wonder if Epstein had a video of Hillary and Big Mike. That would prove what a lot of us believe about Big Mike.
Whoa. Whoa.
See, I don't want to see that.
That's what I was right there. There's a video I don't want to see. There's a video I don't want to see.
God, you know what? Another video that Pop doesn't want to see, but he's going to see it anyway.
God damn it!
Row.
So good and tasty.
So good and tasty.
Yeah. Let's see. We got International House of Whoop Ass coming back. Says if Trump was on that list, they would do him like they did with the tax records.
Correct.
The crazy lazy said that he touched her back in a store back in the 90s. Hell, the whole bank scheme classified bullshit.
Yeah, absolutely.
If Trump was on that list, they would have willingly sacrificed several of their own in order to expose Trump.
Correct.
Yes. Yeah, and the whole E. Jean Carroll, or wherever the fuck her name is, her entire backstory about that incident is a Law and Order SVU episode. I shit you not.
No, yeah, I remember that. They pulled it up and it was like word for word that episode.
Yeah.
Like she literally used lines from the episode.
And she's also the person that went on and talked to Anderson Cooper and said, snuggle struggle is sexy.
Yep.
That quote right then and there should have been like, okay, this bitch is full of shit, throwing the whole thing out. But oh no, they had to change it. Yeah, they changed it in a New York law just so that they can quote unquote get Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. We got Count Chad the Impaler here. It says guillotines, gallows, and giblets. Oh my.
Oh, giblets.
Indeed.
Incredibly cruel.
Yeah. Let's see. We got Professor Blake coming back. Says, hey, Pop, are you going to have to give me a knife hand because I asked this chick out at work and she said no? Play singing, Blake. At least she said no.
What are you doing? You never stick your wick in the company ink well. It's not going to end well. The only thing that happens, 2 things actually. 1, you're going to be signing your severance package. And 2, at some point, you will probably have to talk with the law. You don't want those 2 things. Stop doing that. No, fuck you.
Stop it.
Dude,
and also and he also asked for another fan favorite. It's not Singing Pop. It's no Hillary. How about a Singing Blake?
We did have a request for Singing Pop. You guys are jackasses. Always want to watch the same shit over and over again. Pick new videos.
Look at me, I wanna be the captain of the sea.
About time.
The poop that came from me, I'd rather steer us to debauchery.
Careful what you ask for, video guy. Careful what you ask for.
All right.
Just the weirdest shit pops up on this channel. I mean, Jimmy will hit a button and this new video will show up and it'd be like, what am I watching and why? Why?
Everyone gets fucked with, man. That's the way it rolls.
I'm just the evil button pushing monkey. So if someone says, hey, I got a video to add, I watch the video, I add
No,
it.
I get it. I get it. Yep. I am not indicting you.
Alrighty, let's see. We got Cave Toad here dropping another $50 bomb on us. He says, I still wonder when the white hats for the people will come about and start taking care of some of these people for the sake of God, or, well, directed by him.
All right. The minute they tank the economy in this country, it is going to blow the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I hope that doesn't happen, but if it does, it's going to be bad.
Yeah, it'd be really bad. And Cave Toad, you get one of these big thanks from us.
Thanks for keeping the ship afloat. It's much appreciated. Goodbye.
That's such a weird one.
Yeah.
They're all weird. They're all weird. They're all hilarious. I don't care.
That's right.
We got. Yeah, and Two Gas here says Blake is the certified foobar remover.
He is.
Well, he is the 17th level wizard.
He's pretty goddamn good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he is. Hopefully, we'll see more of him here in the future. That'd be nice. Miss that guy.
Yep.
That's it. We got Tantalum 180 here says keeping my suck hole shut lately more often. Y'all did a marvelous anal cyst and a presentation. Love your brothers. No homo. Again, this is not another super chat, but Flip the Bunny says, damn you, Jimmy. Now I got to beat my baby carrot like it owes me money.
Eat my baby carrot like it owes me money. Holy what?
You could have kept that to yourself there, brother, because well, since you made it public,
you are fined 1 homo suspicion point for violation of the Man Code Morality Statute.
Sorry, you had it coming.
Just say, man, we didn't need to know
right
that.
into that one, man.
Didn't need to know that. Let's see. We got Tomahawk here with $20. He says, finally got my new toilet in. Gotta say, I'm gonna miss eating all those Pringles to get by.
All right.
Let's see. We got Count Chad the Impaler says, thanks for all you do, and I want Billy's Terrence Pop as a furry.
No, let's not do that.
Do I have that button?
No, you don't.
That might be a button I don't have.
Oh, new Billy Von Baum video incoming.
Oh my God.
No,
Pop's a furry.
Pop is a furry. I know exactly which one he's talking about, but we don't have that. So I think I've tortured Pop enough. So you know what? How about let's see. How about me and Rosie? Because Rosie might be losing.
Now see, you're torturing me and Pop.
Yeah, it's all right.
Well. Let's see. We got Cave Toad. Jesus Christ, Cave Toad. You are being very generous for tonight. He's dropping another 50. Says, so Pop, explain the procedure, the aim, and the confidence in the turd to can ratio when you decided to Pringle that son of a bitch.
Well, it was just one attempt. It was fine. If I recall, there wasn't any spillage. So it was 100% successful.
You had no collateral blast area?
Nope. It was
Clear the blast area.
I snipered that stuff, man.
Wow.
All right. Thank you very much, sir, Cave Toad. You get one of these.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
That's another one of those images you just don't want, because at some point in time, Pop was holding a Pringles can to his ass.
Yep. Yeah, that was me. Yeah, listen, people don't seem to understand that Ranger School grudge is serious shit.
Oh, God.
The dude got me like 2 major minuses.
Wow.
No go.
There you go. Let's see. We got Alucard says the dogman called and she wants Pop to sing and she wants the snoo bring a beer in a tent and make her squeal. Well, we already saw Pop sing. So how about Captain Blake dancing on the cruise?
All right.
Just because Blake didn't set his VPN up and one day we just happened to see the gay cruise advertisement.
There you go.
Running jokes, they're all around us. Let's see. We got Mando coming back, says, so Dwarf would not like to know more. So nothing about gastric zinc infusion from a diseased Troon probe.
Stop.
Nicely played.
Ooh.
I think I can think of two people that could make Pop puke. Mando was one of them. I have heard some of his horror stories.
Continue on. I'm not in the mood to throw up. I don't have a bucket here. Thank you.
Well, get ready.
Hey!
We got A Flat 07 thrown in, says it's little boys getting garropadade too.
Yeah.
I like I said, nobody needs to see those videos. Nobody needs to see that shit. As far as that kind of thing goes, the individuals conducting the nefarious deed, as far as I'm concerned, your life.
All right.
That's my personal opinion on the matter.
There you go. Let's see. We got N2 Gas coming back again. Says, Pop, was that an MRE turd in the can?
Oh, that would have been brutal too, though. For those of you who don't know what that is.
Yeah, I can't recall. I don't think it was. I don't remember. It could have been.
Probably. But I don't know what's worse. Pop shitting in a can or wait for it, everybody. Alucard. Snot pocket zinc broth vessel. Brewed in a placenta stew with chunky yeast infected vag bowl, chunky yeast infected chunky starburst goo with vomit, piss, spunk of zinc noodles inside Amy Horton.
Oh God!
That last one was just tragic, man. All right,
spunk noodles inside Amy Horton.
That was Jimmy. You weren't. I don't think you were around for the whole Amy Horton thing, were you?
I was not, but I saw the videos.
Yeah.
It was bad.
That was funny.
Bad. That was funny. I contracted warts. Here's why I'm not ashamed. Let's see. We got 68 Barracuda coming in and says, hey, Battle Hobbit, I emailed you the link to Redonkulous 12. You might want to put your email in the Meat Gazer box. Here's for everyone else.
My email. Let me just forward that to me.
All right.
There you go. And we got A Flan 07 coming back, says, pro tip. If you want to date with a hot Russian or Chinese girl, say you work in aerospace. If China gets a Gundam in the next 5 years, it's my fault.
Okay.
Gundams. I'm wondering when those are next, because we've got the robots now. We've got the AI robots. It is not long before somebody comes up with a Gundam suit.
Yep.
I just hope that the anime AI waifus couldn't have a toxic trait to the brain pans of the guys wanting to build Gundams, because oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we went from Grok 3.0, who went full Mecha Hitler, and then we got Grok 4.0. That was fucking hilarious. And then we got Grok 4.0. Yeah, you can have yourself a anime waifu AI girlfriend now.
No, thank you. I'm good.
I will pass. I'm down bad. I'm not down that bad.
What's the point of that, though?
I don't know.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't want to know. But N2 Gas here says, "Pop, did your PO box eat those beer glasses?"
Oh no, I've got them here.
Oh, Pop went to the PO box.
Yeah.
That's when'd you go to the PO box?
That was like 2 or 3 weeks back.
Okay.
I'll get some of it here if you want to see some of it.
Yeah.
There we go. Yep. Maybe a PO. Maybe we'll do some PO box stuff here in a little bit. On the next show.
He sent the glasses, and they have like a pocket of air in them, so they're kind of like how should we say, insulated. It was pretty cool.
Okay.
Nice. There you go. And we got N2 Gas coming back. Says Dwarf, I assumed Russia as Teterboro Airport was given to the Russians during the World War II.
Say it with me, Jimmy. Teterboro.
Teterboro.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go. Okay. Getting some language lessons here. It says was given to the Russians during World War II. It was a Soviet sovereign soil during the war.
Really? Well, now I have to investigate that. You see.
There you go. And Alucard coming back says, Jimmy, tell your night terror demon I'm a creature of chaos. Okay. Kevin knows. He is well aware of who you are, Alucard. He's literally lighting up a cigarette right now and saying, Jesus Christ, where the fuck did this guy come up with snot pocket Amy Horton shit? He's a very disturbed individual, but he's a good dude. That's it. All right. Looks like last one here, and I'm calling it last one on the Rumble side because you sneaky fuckers. We got Tomahawk here says for $5 says got a steaming hot pile of snot pockets to chow down on after the stream. Wish I could share with you guys.
No, thank you. That's disgusting.
That's fine. I'm good.
No. Ugh.
I'm more than fine with you eating all of the snot pockets there.
It was horrible.
That's disgusting. Let's see. We had quite a few jumping back over on the YouTube side. We got Stuart Barton with 2 in a row here. His first one says, in an ironic twist, Kevin Spacey is not on the list.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yep. And Stuart continues, says, I'd rather get a severance package than my package served.
Yeah.
You don't want to get your Lorena bobbited. Yeah.
No, you don't need that. That's bad.
No. Let's see. We got Alex Patino here dropping $10. Oh, excuse me. Says, I'll remind you guys that E. Jean Carroll was born on December 12th, 1942. When the alleged SA happened in 1996, she was 52 years old.
Oh.
I bet good money he turned her down in the softest way possible, pun intended.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as the evidence came out, says, oh yeah, this is like a Law and Order SVU episode. Here's the episode. Like, okay, yeah, this bitch is full of shit.
Yep.
Let's see. We got Demaster 12 jumping in with $10. Says, when they tank the economy, the Antichrist will use the power vacuum to graft credit chips into everyone's skin, and his sheeple will call you a conspiracy theorist for pointing out all of the 6s on it.
Yeah, you are correct. The sheeple are weak.
Meh.
COVID showed us that.
Yeah.
Big time.
I did like the silence, though. I did like being able to drive around Detroit with no cars on the road. That was a pleasant experience.
Okay.
I completely ignored the lockdowns. I just paid them no mind at all. I went and did whatever the fuck I wanted to do.
Yep. Let's see. We got Fan I Am dropping $5 Australian. Says, how did you guys deal with the split skin between the toes, like from wearing hot, sweaty boots a lot in the military?
Oh.
I'm going to be honest. A lot of triple antibiotic ointment.
Yeah, and
there are sometimes you cannot take your boots off. You just wear them until you can change your socks.
Yeah, we had a guy march the soles of his feet off on a long march.
Yeah.
He went to take his boots off, and then he went to take his socks off, and the soles of his feet came off in his socks.
And that's
a wrap right
there.
He was done, and we were like, oh. It was grim. It did not.
It puts the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the bunions again.
Dude, no, Jimmy, that you like the soles, the skin on the soles of his feet came off to the meat.
I didn't need that. I didn't need that image.
It was. I mean, like Pinhead from Hellraiser would have gone, "Oh, come on, no."
Yeah.
And last one here on the YouTube side, we got Matt Wilson for another Aussie, dropping 10 Aussie. Says, "Hey guys, we have war games. Talisman Saber going on here in Australia at the moment, included the USA.
Yep.
Any of you lads done this in the past?"
The exercise he's talking about is they are firing HIMARS, and they're trying to get up to speed on those weapon systems because, let's face it, Australia is probably going to be right there center stage when China decides to get stupid with Taiwan.
Yeah. No, I've never done any work at all in the Australian theater. There were Australian guys. I don't know what unit they were at a Cobra Gold that I was at in 97.
Yeah. I mean, I worked alongside the Aussies in Iraq and the British. Yeah. And I'm going to just tell you right now, I sat in on one of the British op orders, and I was shocked. I was like, how do you guys not get more people killed?
They write it on a napkin. All right, you're going to go that way. You've got this here. You take the launcher that way. That when you are set up on that ridge there. Okay, we good? Yeah. All right then.
Yeah, and I'm literally in the back of the room going, "What did I just witness? This is fucking insanity."
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like we did have a couple of sneaky bastards over on Rumble. Rumble, you're shut up. You're cut off for the night. We're done. No more super chats over on Rumble, please. Thank you and good night. We got Alicard says, "Jimmy, tell the Night Terror demon who sent the motherfucking werewolf asking a friend."
Fair enough.
I have no knowledge of said werewolf.
Let's hope you don't.
Have fun with that. And Mando coming back says, "You got grossed out from the foot degloving? Weak."
Hey, fuck you, man.
I mean,
it's pretty gross. It's
pretty gross.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nasty.
It's pretty gross. Yeah.
Let's see.
Pop, we ran across some Foreign Legion in Africa too. Those guys were the bad guys left the Foreign Legion guys alone.
Yeah.
That's all I know about them. We didn't ever operated with them or anything. We just knew who they were. And we knew that the bad guys just left them a fuck alone. Apparently,
we had a contingent of French Foreign Legion and Italians when I was
Bright Star.
An MFO, Multinational Force Observer.
Oh, okay.
In Sinai, Egypt.
Yeah.
And I know the Italians definitely, because I saw it happen. They burned their fucking barracks down, and then shortly after, the French Foreign Legion barracks caught on fire. And I was like, I think there's some payback or something. I don't know what's going on.
What's going on here? Yeah.
Shit's going down.
Yeah. I was at PFC. I was like 19. I'm like, it's not my fight.
Stand out of this here. We're good here.
We'll jump over to the MGTOW side of things. The best chat on the internet, guys. If you guys don't have a MGTOW account, I suggest getting it, because if the conversation gets a little boring, trust me, the chat will keep you very well entertained.
Mm-hmm.
We call it the best chat on the internet for no reason. We
You're
had
just looking at the tibbies, Jimmy.
I plead the fifth. We had 30 viewers over there, 25 thumbs up on there. That's good. That's a good ratio. We got Crazy Uncle here with $10, says, "Here is some beer money. Have to send it tonight as my nephew will be on this computer due to the issues I emailed you about. More on that later."
Yeah.
All right.
All righty. And Corvus, holy fucking smoking Joe Frazier. I need to get back to my buttons here because we're not worthy. He dropped $100 on us.
Thank you.
Wow. Thanks, man.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
And you know what? He's got a recruitment drawing here for us. Make sure.
Really?
Jump back over there. Gotta add to stage.
There we go.
Battle Dwarf wants you for the regiment to fight Bolshevism.
True story.
Okay.
That's excellent.
All right.
That's
not bad,
fantastic.
actually.
I'll give you a golf clap for that. That's pretty fucking
good.
awesome.
Good shit.
Fantastic. Let's see. Next one here. Oh, he says, until next month, I've reached the extent of what I can afford you. May it help your noble causes. I have yet to find a way to properly color my scribbles. I hope those glasses are visible beneath the helmet.
Listen, man, don't worry about it. Last thing I want to do is take money from somebody who can't afford it. We're not in that business. I'm not here selling you God.
Yep.
All right, yeah.
And last one on MGTOW comes from Moisture Patrol for $10. So he says, so Trotsky got Bolsheviked?
Bolsheviked.
Close enough, drink, baby.
I'll drink to that.
It's a double drink because that was very creative.
It was. All right, let me jump over to the Odyssey side of things. And of course, we got blankets as usual, dropping some stuff in here. It says, as the first one says, Pop, did you see what happened to Elmo on Twitter?
No.
Yeah.
I heard some rumors.
It got ugly fast.
Didn't he go off the rails?
Somebody hacked Elmo. Yeah.
Let's just say if you watched the spiral downfall of Grok 3.0, let's just say that AI intelligence moved over to the Elmo. The verified Elmo account.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
It was hilarious.
Did you catch Elmo's little song that he wrote?
No, I
did not.
Where Snuffleupagus and Big Bird walk in and Elmo's sitting at a piano.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that video. I didn't click on
it. And he kicks into Kanye's newest song.
Oh no!
Oh yes!
Oh no!
It was great. Let's just say we can't show it here on YouTube, but
can't show it. We'll get hammered.
Yeah, Elmo kicks right into Kanye's newest song, and it's fantastic.
Oh, that was the best 2 days of my life on Twitter. That was funnier than hell.
That was good stuff.
Let's see. And Blanket's coming in back again with another screenshot from the Stephen King account. And Stephen said, the Epstein client list is real. So's the Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus.
We just showed you the Epstein client list. It is very real. You just have to put it together.
Yeah. Tell me you went to the island and did things without telling me you went to the island and did things.
Yeah, exactly.
Stephen.
Yeah.
Let's see. And Blankets again dropping a New York Post article here. It says DOJ drops charges against Utah surgeon accused of injecting fake COVID-19 shots and destroying $28,000 of real vaccine.
Oh, thank God, I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
Good. Give that man the what's the highest citizen medal that president can offer?
That's the Medal of Freedom, but it's been ruined by former presidents and other individuals that
it has been ruined. It's been ruined.
Yeah. I mean, if they called me and they're like, "Hey, Pop, we want to give you this Medal of Freedom," I'm like, "Nope, no, thank you."
How about the medal of? Okay, I'll take a big fuck off.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'll be like, mail it to me.
Yep.
That's how I got my last Purple Heart. It was very efficient.
And over on DLive, no lemons over there, but we had about 6 viewers over there. And over on the Twattersphere, how many views? We had 106 views over there.
That's actually pretty good. All right.
So we're going. Good to see that. Good.
Share
the videos, guys. Let's see. We did have a couple of other sneaky bastards. Actually, quite a few sneaky bastards over on the YouTube side. Let's see here. We had Fan I Am dropping $5. Oh, no, that one we already read.
All
because that came into the foot degloving. Oh, this is disgusting. Let's see. And that is the other one. It says, here we go. Plains Warrior for $2 says, my sleep paralysis demon is thick. Should I pipe? No.
No.
That is your coworker. And as the saying goes, you do not dip your pen in the company ink.
Yeah, don't listen. I have seen probably 2 or 3 dozen guys tank their career over some shit like that. It's not fucking worth it. It's just not.
That is a professional relationship, and you need to keep it professional.
Yeah.
And we got Lord Devonshire with $10 says, Dwarf, recommendations on radio monitoring. I sent you MP3s of local traffic under a different account, of course. Anything to be concerned about? SWMI location. Southwest Michigan.
Oh, wow. Southwest Michigan.
I've picked up stuff here in Michigan myself from time to time. Even if you can monitor radio traffic, you can't really use it to go to the police because you're not supposed to be monitoring radio traffic in a SIGINT capacity unless you are part of an organization that is supposed to be doing that. So,
but anonymous tips happen.
Yeah, anonymous tips happen. Just be sure of what you're listening to. It helps because I've caught several different languages here. I ran across Russians one day discussing antenna theory, a couple things like that. But yeah, there's really not a lot you can do about it, unfortunately.
Nope.
Knowing how to do it is good, though.
Yep. And last one here on the YouTube side comes from Fan I Am, and again, I'm going to butcher these pronunciations of these names. So throw me throw me some slack. Fan I Am, $5 Australian. What did Gabriel Princip say to the Archduke Ferdinand after shooting him? You got served.
You got served.
All right.
Nice.
It took me a second to figure that one. It took me a second to get that one. It took me a second.
That was pretty good, actually.
Yeah. For those that don't know, the reason why we got involved in, or World War I started, was because a Serbian guy shot the Archduke.
Archduke Ferdinand. Yep.
I mean, I'm not saying he didn't have it coming, but I'm just saying.
The funny thing is, World War I could have been avoided because of a Wild Bill's Wild West show. Annie Oakley shot a cigarette out of the mouth of some dude, and if she would have been just a couple inches off,
things happen.
Yeah, I know a couple of things about World War I that we'll discuss in a different video. It's not quite that simple, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing ever is simple.
No. And I'm that asshole who likes to dig up old history.
No. Never. All right, let me do one more quick run through of pop sex, allegedly.
Whoa, you don't want to put your dick in that. It's radioactive.
Yeah.
I've got the kryptonite condom on, so I think I'm good.
I wouldn't even trust that.
There you go. All right. Looks like we are all caught up on the YouTube side. Rumble is also all caught up.
I got some super chats.
And all of that. So I think, Pop, we're ready for the Cash Apps.
Cash Apps. That's right.
So we don't forget this time.
We got one from John Carter for help to help for the worthy. It's $50. Thank you, John.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
We got another $50 from Richard Hubbard, or Dick Hubbard, if you shorten it to the English naming convention. For guys, please add Bitcoin XRP is focused on CDDC. All right. Another one from Peter Beard, $5 for the fuck's sake, call them clowns in action. Okay, we can do that. Josh Bishman, $10 for thanks, guys. No problem.
Yeah.
Justin Higgerbotham, $25. For how far down the rabbit hole will we truly see? That's a good question.
Yeah, depends on the rabbit hole you want to see down.
Last one here is Michael Ripley, $20 for a great job. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, guys. Yep, and well, alrighty. I think that pretty much covers everything. Let me do one more quick run through because there may or may not have been a sneaky bastard come through.
Yeah.
And of course, there was a couple. Let's see, we got Kage Mushan
Juro.
There you go. At least I got the first word right.
That's okay.
Let's see. He says World War I ended the royalty trend in Europe.
More or less, yes. That is mostly accurate. Yes.
And last one for the night, guys. We got Mando saying, where did Dwarf dig up that old fossil?
Somebody implied that because I dig up old history, I am a woman. No, not that sort of history. The kind where you actually need a shovel and there are rocks involved. I'm like that.
Okay. There's a reason why most women or most archaeologists are women.
Because they're so good at digging shit up.
They like to dig up old shit.
Yeah. Yeah, Sue McCarley throws another 5 at us. This my Cash App didn't go through. I'll resend, but don't wait to read it.
All right, thank you, Sue.
All right, thank you, Susie. All righty, well, Battledorf, final words for the night.
Well, hell, I hope we helped a little. If you had any interest in the whole insight onto the Epstein list, it is there. They're lying through their teeth. They released most of it in the form of 960 pages of documents and 208 names. So, it should be in the links. Jimmy's pretty good at including those. Have fun digging through all of that. If you want the information that I assembled, just email us and I'd be happy to send it to you.
There you go. Alrighty, Pop. Safety briefing.
All right, everybody. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and swim because that never really works out. If you have to fornicate, wear a condom, take it with you, flush it down the toilet, watch it go all the way down. Why? Because women are sneaky bastards and child support does last 18 to 21 years. Rack up, hack up, and stack up. There's always safety in numbers, and maintain your situational awareness because if you're going to be attacked, something in your environment will have changed. It's up to you to see it. And last but not least, I'm sick and tired of throwing you dudes in the dirt because you're taking a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Play the long game. You have no idea what tomorrow holds for you, and it could change on a dime. All right, stay in the fight. And everything else fails. Live at a motherfucking spite. And always remember, Uncle Pop is here cheering for you, even for the victories you can never tell anyone about. Boom, beer me.
Winning. Speaking of booming and beering him, come on, guys. We're waiting for you. Waiting to see. Jump on over to the shop. We literally say, have a shirt. I want you to beer me. Uncle Pop, get you one. I've got one myself. You know, I have no feelings left to hurt. Come on. That's got to be a staple. Do it. Get on it. Take a picture of yourself. Tag me, Pop, Blake, Battledorf on all of the social medias and whatnot so that we can get the word out. And a big shout out to a Wyoming guy that's going to go up to Sturgis and hand out some business cards. So I expect to see hopefully more viewers in the future and all that. But my final words, well, they can be summed up in one video, one button that I can push. If you are on the Epstein list that has been documented doing nefarious things to children, well,
fuck you and all your motherfucking friends, nigga. Give a fuck if y'all in kindergarten, I'll whoop y'all motherfucking ass. That's why Santa Claus ain't real, bitch. That's why I fucked your mama, bitch. I'll fuck up all your kids. I don't care, goddammit. Huh? Prove it to me. Prove it to me. That's why you ain't going to Disney World, bitch. Fuck you and your friends. Fuck all y'all, bitch.
I have have other words to say, but those are
pretty much covers it.
It covers it. So
yeah.
All right, ladies and germs, we're saluting off, taking off for tonight. We'll see you on Thursday, and it's gonna be a fun time.
All right.
Bring your happy helmet and make sure it's strapped on tight. Phrasing.